Touchback. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jerry Hughes able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yellow, yellow! You got nothing.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this.
Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll run the screen with Mack. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, their back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Yellow. I'm on 80. 49. Rip left. Rip left. 49.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes, and he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The pass to Brown as he holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Sanders pulled it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Dobbins. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Bills' 44-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Lamb. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yellow, there's a line, 80!
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 25.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I don't need to. There's a line!
I got him.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Matt Milano. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. Well, he's going to go for it all. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on second down. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on third and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Hey, let's get this.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And able to find John Brown. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, what a juke into space. There he goes left side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simple?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. On 1st down, Dobbins, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They go right back to Mack. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. But he will not make the 1st down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Here's Singletary, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Here's Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. Allen now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
58, come on. Here we go, D. All day, defense.
From the 38, Allen, and the grab by Croft. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Allen now looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Steps away to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Sanders' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Let's go, Lou, Eddie!
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And how about that play right there? Fourth quarter, tie game, both sides trying to figure out who's going to make the big play. We just saw it right there in front of us. That's a monster return.
Indeed, breaking that tie with an exclamation mark. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23. Yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Forced out to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. His throw incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't. Afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On 1st down, Singletary. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
Back to throw. Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
At the 17-yard line.
Singletary again. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.